I'm Dr. Mike Tabor. For 38 years, I've practiced clinical dentistry in Hendersonville and Nashville, Tennessee. For 30 years, I've been the chief forensic odontologist for the State Medical Examiner's Office. My primary responsibility is to confirm identification on those bodies that are discovered in the Middle Tennessee area whose identity cannot be determined by traditional means. None of it's very pretty. Dentistry has been the backbone of forensic identification for years because the teeth are so resilient. It's the hardest substance in the body, it's harder than bone, and as a result of that, teeth will remain after the hottest petroleum-based fire. My first day at 9/11 was October 16th, 2001. I really didn't know what to expect when I got there. The magnitude of this event and the international effect that it had, causing deaths from people from 83 countries, made this ordeal something that none of us could ever imagine how it would affect us. As I walked into the medical examiner's office the first morning, the block all around the building, while heavily secured with police officers, had hundreds of family members walking around with signs up, pictures of their loved ones on these signs, begging for anybody who walked into the medical examiner's office to give them just a few moments. That caused an emotional toll on just about everyone that worked there because we're not used to dealing with that aspect of death investigation. My first day was working on the post-mortem identification team. Each body was gridded so we knew where it came from relative to other bodies in the debris field. As I opened the first body bag, I saw that it was going to be an MOS, as they called it in New York, which is a man of service. Out of the approximately 3,000 deaths that occurred in this event, 500 of them were people trying to rescue the others. I opened my first body bag and I saw a fireman's hat smushed in half. I looked down at his uniform and I took my finger and I rubbed it across his badge because it had a layer of dust and grit on it, and I saw that it said Brown. We made no presumptive IDs in the entire 1 year that we were there. So we went and got the records and we opened the antemortem records as we were taking x-rays of this MOS in the body bag. When we opened it, we saw a letter written by a child on the inside of the folder, and it said, "Dear doctors, thank you for helping to try to find my daddy. He is a firefighter in New York. I sure hope he isn't dead. Thanks a lot for all that you're doing. Love, Alex." And I'm thinking, boy, if this is going to be like this all day, every day, I don't know how long I can do this. Walk of Death is my first novel. It's based on true case files and involves a cold case murder that happened in 1997 and took over a decade to solve, and the only reason it got solved was due to forensic dental science. We were able to use a combination of dentistry and DNA, which had never been done before in our area. Most murders and murder mysteries are about who done it. This one is not who done it, but who is the victim. As a matter of fact, it's one of the few cases where the perpetrators were apprehended and went before a preliminary hearing for a murder trial, and nobody in the courtroom knew who it was that they murdered. You'll get to know the killers, their motives, and the steps they took to evade the law. You'll get an understanding of forensic dentistry and the role it played in helping bring these killers to justice, after 13 years. I'm Dr. Mike Tabor, and I hope you enjoy reading Walk of Death as much as I enjoyed writing it.